Mm-hmm. 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 Now his failure is complete. Well, he's still claiming that he's innocent. All these charges against him is somebody else's fault, not his own. And no, I don't watch Empire, but I'm gonna be watching these last two episodes. I know it's very shocking. People are getting some form of a notification today. Um, yeah, right, Kadeem. You better check the timeline and get caught up. Jussie Smollett went to the Empire set immediately after he got out of jail, and once he got out of jail, he made a beeline straight to the set so he can continue filming where he was supposed to. He was 30 minutes plus late getting to the set due to the process of them going all night to process you. Processing is a B word. And that takes hours. I mean, it took them what 12 hours to process us. And they said normally it didn't go that long, but it did. So, with that being said, a lot of different changes were happening that people didn't understand. So he felt that he needed to explain himself. And the reason why is because Taraji, Terrence Howard, and other people have been calling his phone like crazy. And he was not responding to any of the messages on the phone. They were calling, he texting, and he did not respond. So he apologized to everybody for not answering his phone and everything. And he promised everybody on the set, and he cried. So they gave him time to go back so he can come out and finish his scenes. So he came out and he finished the scenes, and he went home for the day. And the cast went to the producers and said, "We just don't want this chaos. This just it's not even worth putting him in the last scenes." So they just cut him out completely. They said, "Look, we can't do it. Let's just cut Jesse out." So that's what happened. Jesse got cut out, and that's why you won't see him in Empire. So he went back home to California. Seen him, man. Taz Howard was like, "Man, we just mad because you lied. Man, you ain't have to do that, man." I don't believe him, and he bringing all this controversy onto the set. We don't need that, man. That just ain't right, Jesse, man. You know what I'm saying, Jesse, man? That ain't even right, man, the way you did that. You should have came at us, bruh. Should have came at me, man. I'd have helped you out, man. We all had rough times, man. You needed some money or something, I would have helped you, man. Day's going all right. So anyway, went to the producers, Taraji and them. They went up to the producers and they were like, "I don't think this is working out." So they didn't kind of believe him. They went to the producers and said, "Look here, man. He can't be coming on the set no more, man. He bringing all this media attention around, and this ain't good for the show, man. I don't think we need this type of rating. People gonna be tuning in anyway to see these next two episodes. We don't need all this. We gotta send him home, man. Send him home, man. Let him go home and get himself right, man. He got a lot going on right now, and that's bigger than this show. He gonna be going to jail, man." Did y'all believe a word he said? I didn't believe him at all, man. He was trying to act. I'm like, I know this nigga ain't trying to act, man. He trying to act right in front of me, man. Like I'm finna go for them crocodile tears, man. Nah, man. He gotta go back to Cali, man. So right then and there, he going back to Cali. Yep, he's going back to Cali. Cali, Cali. So his family are now gearing up for his defense. They're getting all their information together and they're going to get their story straight, I guess, this time now. And they're going to try to fix some of the inaccuracies that's in that story and the new story that's out with all this information with the check and everything else that they still haven't explained to the police why there's a check or anything else there. They have not done any testimony to the police officers at all. Well, it looks like he is done. He's facing a very large uphill battle, and that's not a good idea. Whatever angle they apply it to, it's going to be a bigger situation because of his sexual orientation. I don't think they're going to put him in jail, but I think he'll pay a very heavy fine and might get house arrest. Seeing R. Kelly turn himself in, that boy ain't getting out for a while. That was his last day of freedom. He better take them deep breaths and say, "Yep, that's it. 'Cause it's over now. Oh yeah, they treated me so bad. It's over now. It's all over, baby." Well, it's a lot of problems going on. You're looking at a scenario in which they got to come with something. You figure out why someone's sexual orientation keep them from going to jail, Mr. Harris. I'm giving you the real. I ain't giving you the, well, we're basing this off the crime. No, they're going to be basing this off of his sexual orientation and the people he got behind him because of his sexual orientation. That swings a big stick in Hollywood nowadays. They're going to concoct a story. Pretty soon they're going to have to come to court and they've been subpoenaed. So now he's out on bail when they get the date. He's going to come back to court and then they'll present their case. Now these two Nigerians, they don't have any money. They just witnesses. Now, the things about the Nigerians, what they got going for their side is that the cops believe them. You see, that's one of the hardest things to get done is that the cops believe them. Now, when the cops believe you, the hardest part is done already. The cops believe you, you are already in the good zone. So now the cops is like, okay, they turned their story from believing Jussie to rolling over to these guys real quick. Now, what's going to end up happening is it's going to be hard to book Jussie for movie roles or anything, television roles, and music career. People are going to walk away from him like the plague, all because of this incident. So let's say he's going to have to stick to his story. He can't come out and say, "Oh, I had a drug problem. Y'all just forgive me. I'm on drugs." Nope, he can't take the drug route. The drug route won't bail him out on this because you had your out. You had all the time to blame that early on. You never gave a statement. Since your initial statement, you went on Good Morning America and lied. Then now you didn't win. That's when you insulted him when you went on Good Morning America. Once he went on Good Morning America and lied, he made it worse. Pee Wee Herman never did anything. Come on, Pee Wee Herman can make a comeback, so can him. Pee Wee Herman didn't do anything. Only thing he did something to was himself. He was in one of those porn theaters and he was playing with himself. He got arrested for that. He didn't have child porn or nothing like that. He had none of that stuff going on. They were like, well, you got busted jerking off in a doggone movie theater. Now you can't have a TV show. Who made that rule up? Well, let me tell you this. I think personally, he screwed up so bad, he's not going to be able to bounce back from this. He's going to need a really sharp story. He better get the best script writers in the world to come and rewrite this script dealing with his story. Now you might hear this is an extortion attempt. He fired them. He wrote that check because that was his personal trainer. He used to work with him. He did not know this personal trainer was the one that was trying to rob him. He was like, the guy called me. I didn't know what he wanted. I did not know it was them. I did not do this for attention. I did not stage any of it. But here's the problem with this. Your uncooperation. They can spin it however they want. His lack of cooperation with the police department and the fact that the police actually did everything in their power to try to work with him. He didn't want to turn over the phone. He didn't want to do all of these things. All of this stuff is going to come out in the courtroom, in the court records. When he did turn over his phone, What he did not know that the police department did was not only try to find the details of that call, they went through his phone records and phone calls with the numbers of those guys because they didn't even know that they had found those two guys. So they didn't want to alert him to that. So when they did get the phone from him, the message, the phone records they were trying to get, they couldn't get, but they got the FBI. They could dig up the phone records. They could get the ping on what cell tower it was called from and where they picked it up on their cell tower. See, that's what they don't know. You know, they're not criminals. Jussie didn't know these things. Of course, this stupid person wrote a personal check. Um, when you use your cell phone, it pings on a cell tower. Normally, the tower is close to you. So, the very nearest tower that is closer to you, it hits a ping. So 2 hours before this, they know where Jussie was based on the cell tower. They knew where they were, all by the cell tower, the ping, ping, ping. So they could pinpoint where each person was at the moment of the call. He could delete everything in there and destroy his chip. The FBI can pull up every record that's on that phone from the moment of the calls, the managers, everything. You kept a noose around your neck for 3 hours. Who does that? Who wants to keep a rope around their neck? And the people were wearing gloves, and you said you didn't want to contaminate it because of DNA, but you didn't even call the cops. You called your manager, and you're talking to your manager with a rope around your neck. Yeah, yeah, I got a rope around my neck. Yeah, no, it's cool, fashionable. Yeah, so what you doing? Yeah, word. Yeah, well, me, I just been chilling. Yeah, this is a messed up day, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah, I got my cheekbone a little bit, but I'll fix that. None of that can be fixed. Now, people want to defend him saying that the police set him up. The police is not, it's a setup. They falsifying records. The police are setting him up to make him look like the bad guy. That's a hell of a setup. They have the check that he wrote. That's kind of hard to set up. Yep. Well, see, that's the problem. He set himself up and played himself. See, that's what I told you. You guys made donations today, and I decided to go live. And I said, let's go live. Let's get this going. Let's get this out, and let's start rolling and talking to the people. Because you guys donated money today and said, you know what? We want you to go live. So I'm like, cool. So I'm going to let you know the stuff that's not in the report. They got that's going to incriminate him that he can't talk his way out of. My name is Pitt, and you ain't talking your way about this. Well, the situations have definitely changed. Well, the situations have always turned. Well, yeah, a lot of people was out there, and it was, they were doing what they do. But the situations, they is what they is. The main problem is they had a ping on the they had a ping on the they had a ping on the cell towers. That was let them know that he called them. They got the time frame in which he did it. They got everything going back for months. Months. They went back further than what people know. They went back further months to see the activity between these two guys and Jesse. That's how they knew this guy was his personal trainer, what kind of interactions were happening, all the text messages. See, people, this is what you're going to learn something very valuable. Jesse deleted his text messages and cleared everything off. The government can pull up sorry, sorry to tell you, that's why they got the help from the FBI. Because the FBI can go in there and pull up records, and they can definitely pull up every text you delete. So Jesse did not know this. Once again, he thought by deleting all these things off his phone and clearing out and wiping everything, that this would clear him. Once this became a case that the FBI can get involved in because of the mailing situation with the letters, the FBI was able to assist. And that's why the Chicago police thanked the FBI with their help. So the FBI came in, they pulled up the text messages, and that's when they found a lot of information out, mostly about the drug habits and him buying Molly from one of his personal trainers. So this is going to be a hard thing for him to dig out of, a very hard thing to dig out of. Nah, he wasn't on his Hillary. Hillary deleted. You ain't gonna find it. Yeah, see, they have the source code. See, here you're getting to hear things that you never heard on CNN, on Fox, nothing, because they don't know any of the details of what really happened. The key, they're so focused on the drama. Simply deep 185, you be coming with some of the craziest things I ever heard in the world. That's not even dating. Which one of these two traits are the worst for a woman to have? A time waster or a tease? What? Which is the worst situation? Time, I guess. You would have to ask a woman that question, but definitely probably a time waster more than anything. Well, only non-criminals don't know that. That's right, Allen. Detroit basketball. Beat them Hawks. It's the Hawks. 79th Street. That's what's up. Now listen, and I want to be really clear when I say this. He is going to recruit help from a very good legal team. They're going to go over this and try to say some of the information can't be used in court. They're going to try to get stuff thrown out. Phone records, they didn't have any right to go through his records. The defense team is going to do what they can to get stuff excluded so that the cops can't use it in a court of law. Even though we know it, they can't use it in a court of law. That's what they're going for. That's the main thing here that they want to go by and what they want to do. Well, the reason why Detroit Pistons are winning games now is because the reason why Detroit is winning games now is because of the simple fact they have Ish Smith back. They have a true point guard back. So now the game could flow a lot better. Reggie Jackson had one of those games where it's shocking Reggie Jackson had a good game. But these come once every 15 years. Well, you got to look at the situations. You're looking at for the MVP race, they want to give it to Giannis. They don't like James Harden. I don't know why they don't like him one bit. The NBA don't like James Harden. Period. No matter what he does, he will always be the villain in their eyes. James Harden is the bad guy. Out of all the MVP candidates, nothing bad has ever been said about Giannis. Almost nothing bad has been said about Paul George, except for if you watch Skip. Even though they talk about Giannis, he don't have a jump shot, but they always come up with a way for him, don't they? Oh, Kamala Harris. What's she trying to say? Her name ain't Kamala. It's Kamala. My name is Kamala. You Kamala. That's what you the Ugandan giant. You from Uganda. You Kamala. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Kamala ain't never seen no parts of Uganda. He down there from Louisiana somewhere. Enjoy your vacation, Jimmy. Oh yeah, the last Rick James. Oh yeah. Well, there's other people behind this, and they're gonna send a lot of subpoenas out. And one of the subpoenas that they want to hear back from is Lee Daniels. Y'all gonna see Lee Daniels is one person of interest. They're gonna want to subpoena back into court or to court. Period. They're gonna want him to answer. There's a lot of subpoenas out that they can't really say any names yet till they hear back from him. But this thing is far from being done. Oh, the Rick James versus Jermaine Jackson. Oh shoot, Rick done did so much stuff, man. Rick was Rick was supposed to Rick was supposed to do something, man. It went left real quick. He's supposed to work on this guy's song. Rick forgot about it. He was like, man, I got some studio time, Rick. If you can come down to the studio, man, I would really like to have you on there. Just playing the guitar on my album, man. So we can, we going in there fixing everything. Rick got so high he forgot all about it. I forgot who that was. I'm gonna find out who the musician is, but Rick messed all that up. Rick got high, partied, forgot all about it. The difference between Prince and Rick James, that's like night and both were creative. But what Rick did was do things to hinder his progression. It's just like a pro boxer who's talented. When you got a boxer who's talented and they do things to take away from it. Well, Jesse is not oh man, noxious. That was Dennis Smith Jr. They would not finna jump with him. Sarg just got out the way. D Rose. Oop, got him. Got him. Well, it's kind of hard to do old man Braun now because it's just like it's got to be the right moment, and the old man Braun moment is coming. Believe me, we've been having other good stuff going on. Oh, you missed a lot of key information about old Jesse. So right now he's in Cali with his family, his sister, and everybody there. Man, nobody care about Ti right now. No, I'm not going to R. Kelly's trial. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm looking at. His sister and all of them, they haven't really been online saying anything. Like they gonna be questioning his sister. Anything she do next is gonna be all about Jesse. And what has she been doing? Wasn't she on some Tyler Perry stuff? Well, this is old news. I already talked about that. Ice Cube and LL Cool J, they secured the $1 billion investment to buy the TV sports stations. Because those became available because of the merger with Disney and Fox. All those stations Fox had to let go because they couldn't have those radio stations in conjunction with the deal that they did with Disney. So those radio stations are going to be out there and open. So LL Cool J and Ice Cube saw an opportunity to buy those radio stations for about $1 billion. That's a lot. People, you guys have no idea how important and how monumental a deal like that is. So of course they got partners to come in. Yep, as soon as they start promotion for that Birds of Prey movie, you best believe they finna ask her about Jussie. Have you talked to Jussie? How's he doing right now? What's going on with Jussie? Jussie. Was he on the set of this movie? What's going on with Jussie? Yeah, it is what it is, man. Definitely. There need to be some changes going on around here because it's a lot of things going left and right over here. Yeah, I think people got what they want. If that's you, Omar, is that what you talking about? Because on here it says Leon. I did get a Cash App donation from Omar. Okay, y'all names be completely different from y'all YouTube names. It be something crazy. I'm like, you Leon or whatever over here, Lion Mashinda. But anyway, thanks. I appreciate it. When you guys do that, that's when I come on live. I stay on live. I'm like, y'all leave donations. That must mean y'all want me to come on out. He said, that's my stage name. My man, all right, my man getting it done. The Lion of Judah. He said Molly been played out. For some, yes. For others, maybe not so. Yeah, caffeine's a killer. Everything's a killer. Too much of anything can take you out.